What's poppin', everybody? It's a Sable Finding 4. Got a brand new deck profile to show you guys today based on the Sinnoh starter, the ever cool, ever swag Torterra EX. Man, did I really want to show you guys this deck as soon as the cards came out, but better late than never since my computer had to break down. But this is gonna be a really simple stage 2 deck based on this guy. He's awesome. It's been a while since we've seen, well, I mean, the Brilliant Stars Torterra was kind of okay too, as far as stage 2s they're going to give us these days could be. But this card is a lot better because it's an EX. It's actually, it can compete with meta cards properly with the right setup. 340 HP, excellent. And Forest March, simple attack. You just fill your bench with grass Pokemon and you do 30 damage for each. So with a full bench of grass Pokemon, including this guy active, you max out at 180 damage for 1, which is excellent. And even if you can hit for like 150, it should be okay. I mean, you're not going to be able to 2-hit KO EXs if you do 150, but if you do 150, then 180, that's like what? 330, I believe, so you can still 2-shot EX Pokemon. Charizard EX is weak to this guy too, so that's a great bonus too to have, to keep in mind. This guy is a grass Pokemon, so you get this benefit. And then Jungle Hammer, you're rarely gonna power this up, but I guess if you have the energies to spare and you can just still do significant damage, get a kill, and then get a little bit more healing, maybe it'll matter. Prevent yourself from getting KO'd. You know, heal 50 can be significant, especially when maybe paired up with Radiant Serena. But for the most part, we're using Forest March. The other benefit this guy has is the Grottle from Brilliant Stars. So with Sun-Drenched Shell, we can search for a grass Pokemon every turn with this card. So this is evolution, basics, anything you need. So you can grab his final form, or just you do the play where you get the first Grottle out, then you get the second Grottle out, the second Grottle gets another grass Pokemon, maybe the third Grottle. You go into that sort of loop with this guy searching himself. So awesome. And then the Turtwig, max this out, our basic Pokemon from the new set, 80 HP, and then he's gonna block 22. So it's like they gotta do 100 to kill it. Seems great on paper for these small Pokemon compared to the rest of the small Pokemon, but I still think it's not good enough. I mean, with this sort of range, we can't use the Pofin to search this guy. And he's still gonna die anyway, easy, to things like Sableye and even things like Cramorant. So it's not really much of an improvement. I guess, yeah, in some situations it's better than having 50 HP. But why can't they just make these Pokemon with 120 HP from the get-go? I don't know. And then make the legendary basic stronger regardless. So max this out, max out the Torterra, and I'm only doing 3 Grottle. I did 4, but then I decided, you know what, I don't really need too many because we're trying to evolve through the TMs. You guys are going to see, and Rare Candy at the end of the day, because we want to get this guy out fast and start putting pressure. So I think 3 is the right number, but you can experiment yourself if you disagree. And that's it. That's the main Pokemon. Everybody else is in here for support, basically. Got the Radiant Serena, my Radiant Pokemon of choice here. It's a grass Pokemon, so it's going to give us that bonus as opposed to having something else that's irrelevant. I mean, Greninja, we don't really want to discard energies anyway. So it was either going to be this or the Venusaur, but this is obviously better. Give me that healing, pairs up well with our tanking. And that's it, nothing else. And then the last Pokemon line is going to be a Breloom line. Random Breloom from Temporal Forces too, I'm pretty sure. So you might be thinking, Saberwolf, what the fuck? Why are you running this random card? It's not good. Yeah, you're right. 120 HP. It's going to die in one shot. Punch 1 for 30 is unimpressive. And Knuckle Impact 120 for 2 isn't anything good either. For these days at least. But I'm running 2 of this, and I'm maxing out the Shroomish to get him out too. But basically, we need to have our bench full with grass Pokemon anyway, so having these down is important. And then this is pretty much going to be my out if we run into Mimikyu. Instead of having the damn cologne or just running some other, well, this is a tech technically, so it's either you run a tech like this or you run cologne, or taking the auto loss, I suppose. But instead of taking the auto loss, just in the off chance we do run into a Mimikyu, I do want to have an out, and this is going to do it. 2 energies, we can power this up without too much difficulty, and it can kill the thing in one shot, plus 120 HP. Mimikyu can't really do much to it. So 2 copies should be good enough. I mean, it's another grass Pokemon. I need to have grass Pokemon down anyway for this guy. And I did like skim through and search all of the options. I mean, I thought of maybe running a different stage 2 that's a regular, that takes up too much space. I saw a bunch of other stage 1s and a bunch of other basics like Tropius. They weren't really that effective. I need something that can reliably always kill the Mimikyu. Like, even if that thing is holding the HP charm, we still kill it. And I just think it's the most effective choice right now, at least from the stuff that I got. Maybe there's some stuff that I'm missing, but I don't believe there's anything better to get the job, at least on that thing, unless you're gonna run cologne. So I'm basically just running these as extras. They do eat up space, having more stage 1s and more basics like that, but it's something necessary. And I don't even have enough basics. I mean, it's pretty much just 9. I don't even hit that 10 mark that I want. So I think it's important to run these cards. That's it. We only run 10 grass energies in this deck, just barely enough to get the job done. This guy only needs 1 to attack. That's it. And then in the rare occurrence Breloom is going to attack, you just put the second one on and you're good. So that's more than enough. And then the rest, it's got to be trainers. We got to make ourselves as consistent as possible. So I max out the rare candy in this deck, even though we got the Grottles. Even though this guy's ability is great, it's too slow to just evolve into the stage 1, then still not attack, and then dig up the stage 2s and then evolve next turn and then hopefully attack. So I do want, if I can get the EX super quick with rare candy and then just start putting pressure immediately, it's really much the thing that's going to make the difference between winning or losing a game. Just one big attack that you can get first, or get, you know, while your opponent is setting up. It's these little things, and this deck needs it. I mean, it's not like we're trying to evolve into like a stage 2, a regular one, and maybe we can afford more time like the other Torterra. But yeah, I mean, nothing else to add really. I guess I should mention that card too. You could technically run it, and it could be an out for Mimikyu. It's a regular Pokemon, but I mean, I thought, hey, I mean, that guy, he can do like one, it does 50 depending on all your evolution Pokemon, so you're gonna need to have a bunch. If you can do like 150, it's gonna be all right. But I still need to have stuff down, evolved. I just thought I'll do Breloom, just do something a little bit different. Maybe that's bad, maybe, and plus, I mean, if you run like the other Torterra, you run 1 copy of that, it's gonna make it less consistent for you to get maybe the stage 2 that you actually want, the EX. So, trying it like this, maybe you should do 3 in 1. But I'm doing it like this for now. Anyway, so back to the trainers. Max out the rare candy, I've already explained this. Max out the Nest Ball, very necessary since we can't have level ball anymore. And this doesn't get me the Turtwig, damn it. But I'm still running 1 to get the Shroomishes, that should still be okay. To just fill our bench, help with that. Got the double Ultra Ball. Good card, double discard. I'm gonna have some stuff that I won't really need, so we can just make use of this and get rid of some shit. So have that. And then I do 1 vessel, just a good energy search in. 1 copy of this, doesn't hurt. Make sure we get that attachment every turn. And then I'm doing 2 of the Technical Machine Evolution. So the way I see it, the most effective way to get to the Torterra, being consistent, whether you play second or first, is favoring a card like this. if you can't evolve with the rare candy, whether you play first or second, while you're not doing much, having a basic Pokemon active, maybe it's Turtwig, maybe it's even Shroomish, that'd be even better. You might as well attach this, make an attack, evolve the Turtwigs into Groudon, and then you can get into Torterra this way pretty quickly too, without really the rare candy, especially because this guy can search the dude. So it's going to be even more effective than Charizard. And I just think it's really effective. We got a lack of supporters too. And instead of just running other random stuff, just running 2 of this and running 3 of Arven should be pretty effective. Get me an item and then get me the disc. So if we play second and we can pull this little combo off, it's going to be really effective, evolving the Groudons this way. Okay. But besides that, last trainer is the shoes. Almost forgot about this. Item-based draw, pretty good. Max it out. Like it. And that's it. Everything else is just supporter cards. I didn't even bother putting stadiums even in this deck. So, just got the 4 Iono maxed out. Got the 1 Cynthia's Ambition in case something dies, especially early. We can reap the benefit, draw 8. Grusha 2, if you don't attach an energy, which we don't have a lot, you can draw until you have 7, should be alright. And then I do the 3 Arvens, already touched on them, and 1 random berry, just for straight draw 3. If you want to do like Morty or something else, you can. It might not be bad, actually, but decided to have this guy in. I guess, to go with the Torterra, his starter. DP stuff. If you start with Piplup, he's gonna have this in the games, so kind of iconic to me, at least. Alright, and switch, 1 switch just in case. Don't really need it, but just in case. We don't really have anything that can get stuck. I guess Sabrina could get stuck, but that's it. Breloom can attack if they decide to pull it, or I can just retreat with 1. Easy, but still got the switch, always handy. And that's basically it. I mean, Miriam for the recovery and draw, you guys should know it. I almost always run this card. The 1 boss's orders, and then the A-Spec is also the prime catcher, our second boss's orders in a way, and a switching outlet too. And this is the Torterra deck. It might not be a definitive list, who knows, maybe in the end I'll put some different grass Pokemon, drop the Breloom, and then include the Brilliant Stars Torterra. But, you know, the Brilliant Stars Torterra, it needs 2 energies. I guess that's the same case with the Breloom too, but I don't know, man. Do we keep 4 of these and add the 5th Brilliant Stars Torterra? That actually might not be too bad. Just have that guy in, and then get some other regular basics that are grassed down, like Tropius. But those cards, not really going to do much. So, I don't know. We don't have the Cherrim 2, it rotated. Otherwise, I would have had that in. And that could have been good. Other options like Eldegoss, that also rotated from Evolving Skies. So, I didn't really see too many great options. And we do need to have like a full bench or close for this guy to do a lot of damage. So you gotta have something, even if it's just filler like the Shroomish. But anyway, that's how I'm running the deck. I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of matches too, of course. So look forward to it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What-ay?